welcome back to DQP Does. We are starting our Star Wars saga with Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. With me this evening are the regular cast, usual suspects, Nathan.
Hi.
Russell.
What up?
Okay.
I'm Batman today.
You only have like a third a bottle of water. You're not keeping that up for very long.
Nope. Yippee!
I'm your host, Shane, and with us tonight we have a special guest, Doug.
Hi, guys.
Squirrely D.
That's just a character I play on TV.
I don't think
Wait.
you guys have actually been on any video yet.
No, we're on YouTube.
Are Doug and Squirrely D the same person?
Oh, shit, sorry.
We just pulled the curtain back.
God damn it.
This was
I'm not going to win King of the Ring this year.
This is Star Wars, not Wizard of Oz, man.
Son of a bitch.
Don't steal my stuff.
Okay, well, we watched episode 1 tonight, and this should be an interesting podcast because we have some wildly different opinions on this bad boy. Let's go ahead and talk about the cast a little bit. You've got Liam Neeson as Qui-Gon,
Fuck yeah.
Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan,
Hell yeah.
Natalie Portman as Queen Amidala, Padme.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jake Lloyd as Anakin.
Yippee!
Ian McDiarmid as Senator Palpatine.
Reprising his role.
Yep.
Thanks, Frank.
Okay. What's the Frank thing from?
Frank Palpatine.
We were just fucking off during the movie.
Okay. All right, cool.
He asked us to let him be Frank. That's where it came from. We agreed.
There's not a lot else that really matters. Ahmed Best is Jar Jar Binks. Anthony Daniels, C-3PO. Kenny Baker, R2-D2. Frank Oz was the voice of Yoda. Where's Ray Park played the physical Darth Maul, and then somebody that we've talked about on a ton of our fucking podcasts for some reason just keeps coming up. Peter Serafinowicz. Apparently I figured out how to pronounce your name. I'd still like to see if I'm right, so please still send a video. I've asked like 3 times and we haven't got one.
Yeah. And we actually keep talking about you because we're trying to court you on to be on one of our podcasts.
Yeah, be on one of our shows. He was
if we go C-list, we might get someone.
He was the voice of Darth Maul, a battle droid commander, and a Gungan scout.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he did like a few different voices.
I want to retract my C-list comment.
KZP plus player. Boom. There's your wrestling reference.
What the fuck? So this cast was interesting. I really like Liam Neeson. Ewan McGregor, Natalie Portman.
Keira Knightley.
Yeah, Keira Knightley's in it.
Is she uncredited?
No.
She's in there as Sabe.
Okay.
Yeah, she's in here, and her name was actually spelled wrong for some reason. The I and the E were switched. I don't know. Samuel L. Jackson is Mace Windu.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Yes.
Purple lightsaber.
Not
No,
yet.
you don't see it yet.
He
Oh,
kept
we
it
didn't.
sheathed.
Shit. I was going to try to do this like I haven't seen the other ones. I already fucked that up.
What?
I had like
Oh,
4
fuck.
things I wanted to talk about, and then I was like, I can't talk about those yet.
Why?
Because I was going to try to do it like I was seeing them all for the first time.
I mean, fuck it, dude. We didn't do that with
yeah.
the MCU. We
None of
tried
it.
and failed miserably, so fuck it.
So I have comments on... So, Jar Jar, say his name again for me.
Was
Got
it
that?
Ahmed Best? Was
Yeah.
that what it was?
So even with all the hate that Jar Jar gets, that guy's voice acting is fucking fantastic.
It's like fantastically annoying, yes. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I just, I think even the good actors in this movie are wooden. Like, I don't think any of the acting is good.
I would
Like-
give you some of it, but
Like-
Ewan McGregor's facial expressions throughout this entire movie.
And pelvic thrusts.
Yeah. So okay, like, come on, man. I just can't. It's just not good. Like, I understand Qui-Gon because he's like supposed to be like centered and master of himself and everything like that.
He's-
So
he's
his
very
like
militant.
his measured delivery of everything makes sense to me.
And
Right.
it's Liam Neeson.
Right. I mean, he's kind of like that in general, but he doesn't have any like emotion, but he's not supposed to.
Right.
Right, except for a couple of scenes where he kind of steps out of what we understand to be a Jedi.
And,
Right.
And that shows that he's a rogue Jedi.
Right. Which that I like about the movie.
Subtlety.
Right. But Obi-Wan is supposed to still be an apprentice,
Mhm.
right? And he questions Qui-Gon a lot,
Mm-hmm.
which kind of like, goes towards the apprenticeship and not being a Jedi Knight yet and a master. But he's just so like unfeeling. Like I do agree some of the facial expressions in a couple of parts are kind of authentic feeling. But I mean the rest of the movie he just feels like he's there saying the words.
So I think Obi-Wan questioning Qui-Gon as much as he does throughout the movie is part of what makes Qui-Gon think that Obi is ready to be on his own.
Yeah.
Because it's that.
No, I don't
shows
have a
the
problem with
critical
those
thinking.
parts.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
side note.
But, I mean,
Um,
Obi-Wan's also like cracking jokes through the entire movie.
yeah.
Half of his dialogue is just one-liners.
Yeah, and it doesn't come across.
But he's British. Like, that's British comedy. Like, he was doing...
Yeah, I appreciate,
British
but I
stand-up.
appreciate British comedy, and I did not appreciate this.
Do you appreciate that?
Yes.
That's Canada. I don't know how you say it.
What?
Canada,
Canada.
What the fuck?
land of the Paul. Appalled. However you want to do it.
See, I really appreciate Ewan McGregor in this. This was one of my early. This is one of my. I'm gonna jerk him off the whole time. This is one. This is one of my early experiences with Ewan McGregor. And I was like, who is this? Even when I was younger, like I was like, who the fuck is this guy? I love this
Yeah.
guy. And of course, Qui-Gon. Like Qui-Gon was my favorite Jedi for the longest time. Probably still is. Yeah.
Because he's fucking legit in this movie.
Yeah, like across all the movies. I fucked it up again. Across all the movies, I feel like Qui-Gon is just like he's just fucking awesome throughout its entirety. But Ewan McGregor has like he has a small personal arc in this movie that resolves with the death of Qui-Gon and
Okay.
him dismantling Darth Maul.
Turning to the dark side.
They're not the good guys.
Agree to
Frank
disagree.
is.
So I actually have a question that's like taking us totally away from talking about actors, but it fits right here. Why didn't Qui-Gon fade away? Why did he have to be burned when all the other ones faded away?
Only 2 faded away?
Okay.
No, I mean, none of the... if we're going to talk about future movies, none of the Jedis that are killed in 66 fade away.
So why did the other ones fade away?
Because they learned to become one with the Force, because Qui-Gon learned at his death, and he goes back and teaches Yoda, and then Yoda in turn teaches Obi-Wan, which is why they're Force ghosts and no other Jedi are Force ghosts.
Okay. That's why I asked.
I mean, they burned
Huh.
Vader's body in 6.
Yeah, but he was a Sith,
I mean, he was a Jedi before that.
sort of.
Luke tells us, man, he was a Jedi like his father before him.
We also
So,
see
like a
him
really
as
shitty Jedi.
We also did see him as a Force ghost.
Yeah.
young or old, depending on how you want to look at the end of the movies.
Fucking Rick Collins. I'll bitch about that when we get there.
Anyway.
Yeah, let's talk about the journey, not the destination.
Yeah.
So the rest of the acting, I mean, kid actors, I
thought he did a good job.
I agree.
I never liked it. I mean, you were asking me when we were watching the movie and right after we finished it, like how old I was when I watched it or when it came out, and like if I liked it then or not. I was 13 and I didn't fucking like this movie.
Yeah, but what did you like when you were 13?
Like X-Men and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. See what?
It's like broody. Meh.
What the fuck ever, Doug? You fucking suck Claremont's dick all the time.
Yeah, because he's a broody. Meh. Like it's a fucking soap opera, man. It's also why I like wrestling.
Jesus.
And if you want to hear more, listen to our podcast, Crimson Ring.
God, that's the only thing that Nathan's here for, like
edit?
during the pod anymore, is like to talk about Crimson Ring, and
The
then
better
he rates and like talks for like 15 minutes at the end.
Are you saying that I'm useless on the podcast?
No, I'm just giving you shit, motherfucker.
Well, I'm the dick on this snake of a podcast. I just get drug around all the time, I guess. Captain Useless here.
Ow.
Wow. Captain
Okay.
Pancake.
I like you.
Well, yeah, I know.
So anyway,
Not these
So
ass clowns.
fuck, what's his name?
Jake Lloyd.
Jake Lloyd.
Jake Lloyd. I'm not gonna remember anyone's name tonight.
I got your back, dog.
I really like Jake Lloyd because he's like a kid actor, and some of the lines are delivered poorly, but the ones that he does, it's like hot or cold. The ones that he does really well are like fantastic, and then the ones that are really bad are just like really bad. But like his whole interaction with Padme when he first meets her, and he asks her, "Yeah, are you an angel?" I really like that scene.
Because
And
it's smooth AF.
well, yeah, but I also feel like he does it really well, like because I feel like he's honestly, and which he probably was, like he's a young boy, and it's Natalie Portman, so yeah, I feel like he's genuinely enticed by her, and the whole scene I think plays out really well.
I feel like I need to mention Natalie Portman was 14 during this movie.
Yeah, and he's like younger than her, so he like sees her and is like, "Damn it, Doug, why'd you do?" I feel like I did that well.
So what was it, like a 4-year
made it
age
weird.
difference between them?
Yeah. Well, how old was he?
9.
Nine.
Okay, so
Five.
there's
Yeah,
a
so
5-year
5.
age difference there.
So he's like pre-adolescent.
So here's my question. Do you think that 5-year age difference comes across in the next movie? Or moving forward?
No, because they hire like
Or
a
do you wanna-
20-year-old to play.
Well, he's older. Like
Do you want to talk about that when we get there?
yeah,
10
we'll talk
years have
about
passed
that.
between 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Right.
How many years?
10. So he's 19 and she's 24. That's normal, or ish.
I mean, for a Jedi and a Queen, yeah, probably.
Well, a Jedi's not supposed to have personal attachments.
Is that the largest age gap? Or largest age gap?
No.
Shane, I appreciate all the editing you're doing. Is that the largest?
Right now, Shane's like, fuck off.
Is that the largest time gap between movies within the trilogies?
within the trilogies? Yeah.
Okay. Because I think that that's interesting, and I want to point out why the purpose of this movie, I guess, is to like put Anakin in a situation where he's learning Jedi stuff, and then also I feel like the bigger purpose of this movie is to set up Palpatine for the big reveal. Which actually, is he ever called Palpatine in the original trilogy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Emperor Palpatine.
So
only in 6. I mean, he's not until 6, but yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because they just call him the Emperor, right?
Well, they
'Cause-
don't even reference him until 5, and then he's just the hollow transmission
Yeah.
that hints that Vader's got a bigger boss.
Right.
When I was watching these as a kid, I didn't put together that Palpatine was the Emperor. I knew Anakin was Vader.
How old were you? 8?
Yeah. 8.
Okay.
9,
that makes
10 maybe.
sense then.
But so then when the reveal happens and he turns into Like I also didn't put together watching it that Chancellor Palpatine was the hooded figure.
Oh yeah,
So like I knew he was the Emperor, but I didn't put together that Palpatine was the Emperor.
him. Yeah,
So that was actually a reveal that caught me off guard, which I guess wasn't necessarily supposed to be a reveal when I was watching the.
See, when I watched it, I was like, "This is awesome," because everything is feeding back through on itself, and that's why I like this movie, because it is like it takes everything from the original trilogy and doesn't ruin any of it, but builds on it and then builds its own world.
Yeah.
I like the political intrigue in the movie. I thought it was weird with the Trade Federation stuff. Like that didn't ever make sense to me. It still doesn't. Like it. I mean, I guess it's just a tool that he used.
Yeah,
To do it.
it's just another pawn.
Yeah. But I just don't like any of the characters really in the movie. Like I like Palpatine and how he works and everything and like that story, but I don't like any of the acting and like how they get from point A to point B, like all the stuff with the Gungans and all that shit. It's more talkative, rehashed Ewoks, and that was like the worst part of the original trilogy.
I mean, I'll give you that, but like we were talking about when we were watching the movie, it's all about merchandising at this point.
Yeah,
You know?
and that's another problem with the movie is that it's all about merchandising. So you have like 100 different starships, and none of them are ever going to be as iconic as the Millennium Falcon,
Right.
Or a TIE fighter, like, or an X-wing. None of them are. Like, they just tried to like put all this shit that they could sell in it, and then they made all this kiddie shit, and then had bad acting, and I hated it.
Okay, I want to defend Jake Lloyd for just like 1 second.
He's a kid.
He's
so
a kid.
It's not his fault that
And
it was bad.
If you watch Mark Hamill in A New Hope,
It's
and
awful.
like compare his acting, his voice inflection, everything that he's doing, Jake Lloyd is doing almost a spot on Mark Hamill impression.
Yes.
It's bad.
He
But-
even blew
but
up the
Luke
big
was
ship at the
bad.
end.
Like
That's the story though. That has nothing to do with Jake Lloyd being.
I know.
He didn't fly out into space and blow up a ship and save the day.
We don't know
That's
that.
part of the story.
That's actually why he's been so stressed out.
he's got PTSD.
Fuck.
But no,
off.
I totally get what you're saying. And watching that and acknowledging that honestly does like create a little bit more respect for Jake. Because he's Luke in this movie.
Yeah, I mean, it is definitely. I mean, it's a New Hope analog for the generation, the current generation at the time it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know that Jake is being a bad actor so much as Jake is doing a really good impression of a bad actor.
It's bad. It's just bad.
I like
You're
that.
just trying to fucking like justify it, and no, it's just bad.
I don't know. You sold me. I'm buying.
You were bought in already.
I know. I like this movie.
Fucking asshole. Like, obviously, when I was a child, I didn't, know about like the merchandising and stuff, but I just didn't like it because like of the like I felt pandered. I felt like it was trying to pander to kids younger than me,
And it was.
and exactly, and that's bullshit. It's fucking dumb.
I mean, they've all done that. Like, that's what Star Wars does. Star Wars is for children. George Lucas says it. Liam
I don't
Neeson
give a
said it in
fuck
all
what
of his.
George Lucas said.
Well,
Like
you should.
the
It's
first
his thing.
the
It's his
first
toy.
two movies, didn't feel like kids stuff.
Because you saw them when you were a child.
No, I mean like they still don't.
Because you have nostalgia filter.
talking
They're
about the
grossly
merch,
different.
Talking about the merchandise, and it being, even if it's just slightly directed at kids, because I don't think it's full on directed at kids, and I don't think it's full on directed at kids to sell merchandise. Because if you're gonna create this world and you're gonna make this movie and you're gonna direct it at children, I feel like you're gonna leave out a lot more of the political intrigue.
Yeah, it just would have been like 100% the Battle on Naboo and everything surrounding it.
But also the merchandising, and they're trying to sell the merch, but I feel like this can kind of get excused, and maybe I'm being biased, but I feel like the merch can kind of get excused because like you're creating this whole new world and you want to let kids live in it. And how do you let kids live in it? Like you sell them toys. You give them toys for them to live in this universe that you created that is just absolutely whimsical.
Yeah, but it's garbage. I just don't know. Like you're giving kids a shiny plastic piece of shit to live in, like, as opposed to something that had like mythology and like wonder in the first 3 movies, and like it's not the same. It's not anywhere near as good either.
It's not. It's not the same.
I mean,
we're
gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
It is the same. It's the same.
It's not though.
I don't think
it is. I mean, it's the same universe. It's the same world. You step into episode 1, and you are in the same universe as 4, 5, and 6. You can't say that about 2, 3, or 7.
If you 3 is like my second favorite Star Wars movie. But
you're just gonna fucking argue for 9 episodes.
Oh yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Oh yeah. It's like oh yeah. But I if you also look at it, if you look at it from the point of view as like the ruling body. So 4, 5, and 6 are really dark. They're really bleak. They're still kind of kiddie, but they're really like just dark movies because the Empire is ruling over the galaxy, and like it's dark. But in 1, 2, and 3, it's the Jedi Council. The Jedi Council is the Empire, and they're ruling over the galaxy. They're policing. They're putting their nose places it doesn't need to be.
They're more they're a council. They're not necessarily in charge of anything.
They're a council like our federal government is a council. Like as we get further into 1, 2, and 3, shit doesn't happen unless the council says it's okay.
I disagree.
Yeah, that's not
I don't
accurate.
think they're very biased.
The Senate controls everything. The Senate does all that stuff. That's the problem, and that's the problem they present in episode 1.
Yeah.
The system has gotten too big. The system is the federal government.
Right. Okay. I mean, yeah, I get that too. But
The Jedi Council are just...
the IRS
No, they're like a lobbying body
I don't
for
even know,
the Senate.
I don't even know if they're a lobbying
to the
body.
Senate.
I think that they're just like a military police.
Yeah, but like they have their own morals and code and everything, and like okay, they're a little bit different than a lobbying body because they're somewhat militaristic in that they like attack and kill people, but is Nathan trying to like
Pop my fingers.
Oh, I thought you were trying to get your drink to go into your hand.
Yeah, I thought you were trying to use the Force too.
It worked,
I
guys.
could
We're
use
all
the
in the fairy
force.
tale.
I would use it to beat off.
That'd
You know,
be risky.
I think I might have the Force because I assumed that was going to be what you were going to say.
Me too.
Because you guys want the same thing.
Yes,
That's accurate.
I want you to have the Force so you can beat off.
Yeah. Thanks.
I'm here for you, buddy.
But yeah, like I feel like the Jedi Council is like a lobbying body, but they have like force that they can, pardon the pun, that they can use outside of the legal recourse of the Senate, right? So like they give advice to the Senate, right? And they're like, hey, maybe we should do this. And then the Senate's like, well, hey, can you help us do this? Send a couple guys. They're like a respected
Diplomat.
yeah, they're respected diplomats, but they're not really just diplomats.
Didn't
They're like
But didn't they say that they were going to brokered the deal in the beginning. Like they weren't asked to do it. They said they were going to.
No,
do it.
it straight up says in the opening credits that the Galactic Senate.
Ask them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Send
Oh, I missed the scroll. I was
yeah. I know.
doing something.
But yeah, so like it goes both ways. They give advice, they're asked to do things, but they're like outside of the government,
Right.
right? And that's a thing that comes along is like they used to have more influence, I think.
Yeah.
In like 2 and 3 they talk about how they had more influence before and like
And they begin to
now
pull
they've
away again.
yeah, now they've been pulling away from influencing the Senate. But
Was it the Old Republic? Was that
just the
when the
Republic at
Jedi
the
were?
time.
Well, I mean, like the Knights of the Old Republic stuff.
Yeah.
Was that when the Jedi were like in charge, like running shit?
Pretty much.
Okay,
I mean, it was still like a republic.
mixing up my timeline, I guess.
It was still a republic, but yeah, they had more influence.
They were more heavy-handed then.
didn't pay attention in the movie but vehemently defends it.
I mean, I paid attention. I was also trying to like talk about 2 and 3, which we haven't watched. So,
And
but
4,
I
5,
also
and
played the
6.
shit out of Knights of the Old Republic, and I
7
guess
a
I
little
just
bit,
kind of
and
like
Knights of the Old Republic.
mixed it up a little. So.
Well, in the IDW Star Wars books,
Oh fuck! Wait, are those canon?
nothing's canon anymore except for the movies.
Well, the new books,
comics are, aren't they?
yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I think anything post Disney under the Disney umbrella is canon. Anything expanded universe before that is
Right.
not.
So IDW books are not, but Marvel books are.
Right. And none of the Dark Horse stuff is.
Right.
Yes. Yeah, when all that went down, they announced 40 book slate over 4 years that would become canon in hopes of turning the fan base to their side because everyone was pissed about the extended universe.
Because there's like
not being
hundreds
canon.
of books.
Yeah. There's also like, I mean, I get it. Like, I get it, but I didn't read all 100 of those books. I read like 2.
Yeah.
But like, I get it because there's like a shit ton of continuity issues throughout all of those because you didn't have.
You didn't have an overarching editor. Like
You had Lucas, right? Didn't he?
Well, Lucasfilm, like, they had to approve everything. There was an overarching editor, and I don't think there were a lot of continuity errors.
I thought there were like characters that got killed, but then like we're still in stuff later.
Well, because the books were all on different timelines. Like, there was like an actual timeline that you had to follow. So if you read a book, it might happen at this time during this thing. So if this guy dies here, any book set after won't have him in it.
And I worked with a guy for a little while that could like recite everything that happened in every book and every movie along the entire timeline to you before they got rid of the extended universe. And he was real pissed when they got rid of it.
Yeah. But I would also say like the little bit of the extended universe that I did read was written really well. And then the first 2 books that came out for the Star Wars new continuity that I read were both trash. Like, the writing is like it's super like dumbed the fuck down. It's like reading the Hunger Games. Whereas
Weird.
like the extended universe stuff was definitely written more for adults.
Huh. What? It was what?
We're talking about the books though, man. Kids
Uh-huh.
don't
And there
read.
were like at least 3 series of children's books that all took place in the Star Wars universe
Right.
that were part of canon.
Yeah, they were canon.
So there was something for everybody, just like this movie.
Yeah, and there was I feel like the main saga is like a good mix for kids and adults. Whereas like when they really wanted to merchandise to kids, they released 2 Ewok movies specifically. Ewok movies.
Oh, are you guys going to watch those?
I don't know.
No.
They're in canon.
I have, if you have a VCR, I have the holiday special.
Oh, do you?
Fuck.
Jesus. I can't watch the one with the dad and the little girl who land on the planet. That shit made me fucking bawl every time I fucking watched it.
What?
The first Ewok battle indoor
Yeah.
thing.
Okay.
It's real good. It's real sad. Fucking, I'm pretty sure it's Wicket.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Should
Fuck.
we watch the holiday special for Christmas?
I think that's a good plan.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Somebody find us a
I'll go to the pawn
VCR.
shop. Anyway, so I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of great shit in this movie, some really iconic stuff. the lightsaber. Fuck it, I guess we'll just go there.
Lightsaber battles?
Yeah, the lightsaber battles are all really good. Especially the Qui-Gon, Obi, and Darth Maul.
Yeah, that was good. I really
Um,
liked that. I actually liked the one on Naboo too, where it's just Qui-Gon and
Yeah, it's
Darth
good.
Maul.
It's quick. Oh, that's
Tatooine.
that's something
yeah, sorry, Tatooine.
that Doug and I kept joking around about all the foreshadowing in this movie because there's a fucking shit
Oh,
ton
yeah.
of it. But also, watching it this time made it a lot easier to digest Qui-Gon's death because of how he looks after the battle on Tatooine with
Yep,
Darth
he
Maul,
knows.
which I never thought it before. I never caught it before, so I was just like watching it this time. Dude, I haven't watched this movie in like probably 10 years.
Yeah, you were a child when you watched it the first time. I guess I don't know. I was old enough to pay attention to like little things.
Yeah, I was just like, ooh, there's colors. Hey, he's funny. That guy's annoying, but
It's funny because I know exactly who you're talking about.
yeah, Yoda, right?
You're a fucking piece of shit.
But yeah, so when he jumps on the ship and he's just fucking laying there exhausted, it's not terror as much as it's like, huh,
Yeah.
fuck that guy. Because he's Qui-Gon, he's not afraid of shit.
No, but he's like resigned to like, well, if I fight that guy alone again, I know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because he's fucking Jedi, so he knows.
Yep.
Oh man, good job. Way to complete your homework.
This movie was garbage.
There
Hot
he is.
Fucking garbage
Yo, I
in
disagree.
space.
Thanks, Nathan.
Here's why I'm going to tell you.
Awesome.
We start off at the beginning of the movie, and I don't really care about the water people.
Gungans?
The Jar Jar Binkses of the world. Because that annoying wannabe Disney Goofy sucked, and I didn't like him at all.
His name was Obi-Wan.
No. I like Ewan McGregor and Liam Neeson. Then moving forward, dealing with the stuff with Queen Amidala, and then ended up on a desert planet. I don't know what fucking planet it was.
Tatooine.
Yeah, Tatooine, that one. Yeah. It was just for the sake of obviously, finding Anakin there. And I liked everything that happened on Tatooine because
With the pod racing and
yeah,
stuff.
that stuff was cool and it kept me entertained. Even as a child, still as an adult, I liked all that. And then everything after that was just, political. And I understand why they did it. Because Palpatine's a badass regardless, and then getting to see the Jedi Temple. I like all that. But going back to Naboo, that's where it lost me. It was too much moving around from planet to planet for me. And even when I was a kid, I didn't like all that.
But it's Star Wars.
Yeah, well, are you asking me what it is, or are you asking me what I thought?
I mean, but that's what Star Wars does.
No. That's not what I asked. I said, are you asking me what it is, or are you asking me what I thought?
Why don't you like the moving from planet to planet? When all the Star Wars movies do that?
It's not about that, because when I was a child, this was the first Star Wars movie I seen.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
different.
Yeah.
Why is it different?
Because you're literally the only person I know that didn't watch 4, 5, and 6 first.
Yeah, my grandparents didn't have that on VHS.
Huh.
And the first time I watched it was on VHS.
Wait,
Even
Phantom
though
Menace?
DVDs were out. No, the original trilogy.
Yeah.
I watched those on VHS to stay true with it. But yeah.
That's weird.
So, I was 15 when it came out. Totally lost my interest. I had no care in the world to watch this.
So that's Maybe that is a condemnation of the movie because I had seen 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, and
all the
you
time.
were like at the end we were talking, and you were like, "Man, this movie stands by itself." And like he just said, this was the only one I'd ever seen, and I thought it was hot shit.
Yeah.
But I still think it stands by itself as a movie. Like it's got its own. Like,
Yeah,
you can't say that for like 2 or 3 or 5 or 6
No.
or 7 or
No.
Rogue One or
No, because it's the beginning of a story. Of course, it's going to stand up.
Yeah.
It's just a story that needs an ending because the ending you get is garbage.
There's a couple things that need explaining, like who Yoda and Mace Windu are.
Well, I mean, it says they're Jedi Council members.
Yeah, but it like the reverence that everyone has for them and the extra screen time that those two get.
I mean, it's Samuel L. Jackson. Are you not going to give that guy screen time?
Yeah, but why is that guy played by Samuel L. Jackson and like the guy next to Yoda like some random in a fucking like
Because it was Dan Aykroyd.
two-horn mask?
No, it wasn't Dan Aykroyd. That was his grandpa, his great-great-great-grandpa, because it was
So-
in a galaxy far, far away a long, long time ago.
I would also ask though, were there other sci-fi things that interested you before you watching the Star Wars movie?
At 15,
Yeah.
Total Recall.
Yeah.
You're trying to qualify your opinion on this movie by saying
No.
that you weren't interested in
No,
sci-fi. so-
I'll defend
No,
Total
I mean,
Recall.
well,
Girl had
I-
3 tits.
That's the
Yeah.
legitimate thing though, because like
Yeah, I know. It's super cool.
not that the
Made me wish I had 3 hands.
quantifying the opinion, and I'm not degrading it in any way, but like I don't feel like you can like Star Wars if you don't like sci-fi. Like if you're like, because sci-fi is already weird. Sci-fi is already like a weird situation, but like if you
So I'm not allowed to like the
if
Star
no,
Wars.
you're allowed to like or dislike whatever you want. That's not
That's
what I'm
not what you
saying.
just said. You literally just said, I feel like you can't like Star Wars if you don't like other sci-fi stuff. Those were literally the words that just came out of your mouth.
Not can't, because I'm telling you, I feel like it's going to be a struggle.
But it's not.
Okay, let me rephrase it for you then. So I feel like it would be harder to like Star Wars
There you go.
if you don't already have
A background in
a-
sci-fi.
not even necessarily a background, just like an affection for sci-fi. Because
Or fantasy. I mean, to me, it plays more like a fairy tale than a sci-fi movie. Like, if you want like hard sci-fi, you're gonna watch Star Trek. Like, Star Wars is literally like knights and
it's like a nice mixture.
evil wizards and stuff like that. But you know,
I mean, Star Wars is literally like high fantasy with spaceships and laser
Yeah.
guns instead of
which is the
crossbows
best.
and dragons.
Yeah,
But
but
they
if
do
you
have
have
bowcasters.
And
Yeah.
at 15, I did like that stuff, but I just didn't like this particular movie.
Okay. Well, I also know that you're not particularly fond of like the political intrigue in general, like the other
That's not
things
true
that we've
because I do
watched.
like political movies.
Andy loved Winter Soldier.
And one of my favorite movies is The American President, which is all political.
What was
I also like.
there
Dick.
was just something that we watched that you were like, I don't want this political intrigue in this movie.
I can't remember.
I don't remember what it was either.
There's some times where they do it just for the sake of doing it to make it relevant to a certain class that they're trying to hit. You know, or a certain, what's the word I'm looking for?
Demographic?
Yeah, they're trying to hit like a certain demographic to watch that movie, so they add some political like strife in it. Because Star Wars, I will agree, is made for children. Because they seen the reason 1, 2, and 3 were so geared towards kids is because of how much money they made on 4, 5, and 6
Yeah.
with kids.
Oh, yeah.
So why not cash in again?
I'm not
Same
saying they
reason they're
shouldn't
doing
have.
it now.
I'm not saying they shouldn't have. I mean,
yeah,
by,
there's still
by
more
all
story to
fucking
tell.
means, make as much money as you fucking can. But I
He
didn't
did.
like it.
And I will say this:
did.
the story
Oh, yeah.
in general is a great story. It's a
Yeah.
great story. I just did not like this particular movie starting it off.
Yep.
I feel like they shit the bed, and then it only got better in this particular trilogy.
Ugh.
And I'll say that right now.
I think it goes way downhill.
I don't remember if I liked the second one or not, but I know I liked originally when I first watched them. I liked the third one more than the first two, but I don't remember if I
Yeah,
liked the
'cause it
second
only
one
got
more
better.
or not. But I mean, we're gonna redo that as we watch him.
But I also feel the same way on 4, 5, and 6. I feel like it
I-
only got better.
I feel like 5 was the best of those.
Everyone says that. I think everyone says that just because Darth Vader finally got like some punches in on that one.
Yeah, that's kind of
I
how
just-
I feel because I do not feel like Empire is very strong.
I loved Return of the Jedi.
I'll see
I
you
feel like-
in 5 weeks.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like Doug just needs to be on every one of these.
Yeah,
so like
probably.
we can just have this round robin of like he agrees with Nathan next week, and then he agrees with Russell, and then he agrees with me, and then we all disagree with each other, and then it starts over again.
Yeah, it's like my. So I mean, do we want to do our top 3 out of?
I mean,
Out
This
of
is not
all
my
8.
podcast.
starting off, like we might as well just do like a top 3, and then see like if it's different at the end or something.
Yeah,
Oh God.
I like that. I know. I'll go first.
Yeah, go ahead. It was your
Um,
idea.
So my Return of the Jedi is my favorite, and then Revenge of the Sith, and then Phantom Menace, and then Empire.
Empire. Empire. Empire. And then A New Hope and Return of the Jedi. Doug.
5, 4, 6, 1, 3, 2.
And you fuck 7 and 8 so far.
I haven't seen 8.
Yeah.
I watched 7 and I
But
was like, no,
definitely
thank you.
fuck 7.
This isn't for me anymore.
Yeah.
See, I almost feel like you'll like 8 because of how much you
Oh,
hated 7.
God.
Or you'll at least think it's funny what Rian Johnson did to J.J. Abrams' story.
Ooh.
Ugh.
3, 6, 5.
Okay.
And I stand by that. I
mean, I
Revenge
understand
was
it.
my favorite
I understand
because I love Obi, and
Yeah.
in fucking 3, Obi is a badass.
Yes.
And like the first time I watched 4, I was so sad because Obi like
Is not a
is
badass.
just not even in it that.
What do you mean he's not a badass?
He's just not in it very much. I didn't say that. That was Russell.
What do you? I'll see you on
What are you
episode 4 too. Congratulations, guys! I'm on every fucking episode.
All right. Well,
All right,
It's
the
just one
plan
big
to
joke. I don't
phase
actually like
myself
Star
out of
Wars.
this
yeah.
is finally coming in now that Doug can take up my mantle. I can leave.
Just Star Wars
Fuck.
and Big Trouble in Little China.
You can have that one.
That's canon, right? Kurt Russell's a Jedi.
Kurt Russell's a bard.
Okay.
This is a different podcast for a different movie.
He sure as shit wasn't a bard and soldier.
Where are we right now?
We're not on Naboo no more.
We're in Kurt Russell land.
Goldie Hawn.
Oh.
Oh, I'll watch Overboard.
I loved Overboard.
Overboard's a great fucking
we should
movie.
talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the miniature golf course.
Okay.
What the fuck is happening?
So, like,
The
how
shoe
do you
closet?
guys feel about? I don't even know where else to go.
There were 2 ships passing in the night.
Phantom Menace.
Oh,
Phantom
right.
Menace. Okay, who is the Phantom Menace?
Frank.
Yeah, what?
Is he
Yeah.
or is it Annie?
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, the movie told us. They were like, who is it? The apprentice of the master. Then it just straight pans
Yeah,
to
just-
Frank.
Yeah, just freight pans. Jesus Christ. Pans to Palpatine. Yep. I don't know, like Annie causes a lot of problems, but it's still Palpatine cuz like he's never out from under Palpatine's shadow. So like it's always Palpatine.
Yeah, I mean Annie's the weapon. They're just both sides are trying to direct.
Right.
So
He's just a blunt instrument.
yeah.
Especially after this movie.
Wow.
That's foreshadowing.
Is that about Hayden Christensen's acting?
Oh boy.
He was not edged.
He's not sharp. I think is what you were trying to get at.
I mean,
Yeah,
life is a
whatever.
house, though. Like, he can act, so...
No, I know. I've seen him act. I don't know why he didn't do it in 2 and most of 3.
Would love to watch Life as a House, Doug.
All right. So no DQ does.
Life as a Jedi. So, like, Shane and I keep watching Star Wars, and you guys just keep talking about Life as a House. Shane's done.
Kevin Kline was so good in that movie.
I love Wild Wild West.
What the fuck, guys?
And Mary Steinberg.
Mary Steenburgen.
Oh, I'm sorry, I pronounced her last name wrong.
Hey, Nathan.
but Her
You know what else was garbage in this movie? The CG. Fucking hot fucking garbage.
But,
well,
bro,
yeah, because it was made like in '99.
I know.
I feel like the CG was really good, so, since it's directed at kids and it looks like a Nickelodeon show.
I'm gonna fucking hit you with my microphone. I hope these fucking SM58s last long enough for it to start sounding like I'm mixing Jello, because I beat you to fucking death with it.
That is on recording. If I am dead tomorrow, you know who did it. Please don't take 13 fucking episodes and 3 seasons to tell someone. It's 13 reasons why.
That show probably sucks too.
It's all right. That's weird.
I miss you,
It's
Hannah.
pushing the limits.
But you know what the problem?
I don't.
You know what the problem with this is?
Dude, she was fucking hot.
You know what the problem with this CG being so fucking awful is? Because
My ex-girlfriend's
the fucking
name is
original, the original trilogy had such amazing practical effects.
Mm-hmm. Jim Henson.
Because it was filmed in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah, because it was real. It was real, Nathan. That's why it looked so good.
It's actually just a documentary.
Yeah. Yippee! Yeah, and then we made up the story beforehand, and that's why it sucks.
Huh.
It's like The Office.
Dude. What?
It's a documentary.
Yeah, you didn't notice everybody looking at the cameras all the time?
Oh, I thought he said The Office sucked.
No. I would
Okay.
never say that for the
Okay.
first 5 seconds.
I thought they were just talking to us.
Jim was just looking at us.
I wish. Whew. I'm not gay, but
Dwight. I thought the CGI really held up in this movie.
there's one particular scene where the CGI is already pretty bad, right? And then during the war scene, it cuts to the tanks like coming toward you, coming directly toward the camera, and it looks like
Is that
Beast
when you
Wars.
fucking laughed?
Yeah, it looks like the Beast Wars cartoon from the 90s.
Yeah.
Which was fucking awesome.
No, it was, but dude, it looks real bad.
Now?
It looked bad then.
No.
Oh,
I thought it did.
it was early CG.
You guys
Maybe
are
I just-
pretentious fucks.
Maybe I just hated everything, but I have a right to that opinion.
Everyone who is listening is so happy that you just said that. Because they've been listening for, I don't know what episode we're on now other than 1, but they've been listening this long and they probably think that too.
This is like 35, 36, somewhere in there. No,
I don't know
38?
where this will be at.
37, 38, somewhere in there.
Oh God, it's not 39, is it?
I don't think so.
We got to know.
Uh,
Oh God, I think it's 39.
Nathan, do you want to do your thing?
We can make it 39.
it
we
might
can
be.
just do
It might
hostful.
actually be 39.
You know what that means, don't you?
What?
We got to do the nominations for the new Dick Queef champion,
Oh,
and then
I hate this.
we'll do
fucking
that at the
network.
end.
All right, everyone, welcome to the podcast. We're here to talk about the new Dick Queef
No.
of...
No. No.
Yeah, we'll do it at the end.
We'll do that at the end. Oh my God. All right, so there were some Easter eggs in this movie.
Yeah.
Since we've argued for like, I don't know, 40 minutes now,
Mm-hmm.
and then got completely off the rails
many
for
are
about
there?
20. I don't know. I'm gonna ask Doug about them because he was just rattling them off when we were watching the movie.
I mean, there's a lot of them. Like,
Yeah, just like say a few of them. Like,
Yeah, but say him as Paul Hogan.
I don't do Paul Hogan. I do Stevie Irvin now.
All right. Don't do that.
We all right?
no.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Getting a little extraterrestrials from E.T. That was a Senator Gottlieb. There was a Spielberg backwards. That was a little homage to him. You can see clearly in his C3PO's chambers. There's an Indiana Jones picture on the back, kind of as a tit for tat, as it were, for the 3PO and R2 being in the Indiana Jones movies.
That was Raiders, right?
I don't know. I don't watch that kind of shit. Also, the Enterprise was featured a few times. There were Alf aliens.
Yeah.
There were ETs.
The dude from Willow.
Yeah, Warwick Davis was in it. But Warwick Davis also played a lot of characters. He played the young Rhodian who was not Greedo. His name was Wald.
Okay.
And he played...
Harvey Weinstein.
No, that was Watto.
Greedo.
What?
What?
No.
No, yeah, Watto. I thought they were the same thing. Never mind.
That's racist.
Nope. That. Watto is who I wanted to call Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, no, I get that. That's why I responded with Watto. There were several call forwards, I guess, since it's a prequel
Yeah.
to the trilogy that set in. You got to see Wookiees for the first time. It's the first non-Chewbacca appearance of a Wookiee in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, because they never go to Kashyyyk.
Not till...
God, this movie is so good.
I know.
No, it's not.
Terrence Stamp played Chancellor Valorum and did his Zod move at the end of the movie. When he gets sent into the Phantom Zone in Superman 2, he kneels in the same way that he does as Valorum when he's being deposed.
Huh. That's cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of like little stuff, and the more you watch it, you know, there's just everything has. It's like
He's trying to make me do it.
Did you know that Sofia Coppola was in this?
Yeah, she.
Yeah,
Played
we talked about it. You were asleep.
I was not paying attention.
Yeah, she played Sache the Handmaiden. Keira Knightley.
From A Handmaid's Tale.
Nope.
We discovered they were lemurs.
Oh, right.
Nope.
Lemurs that do limericks.
And make sure you check our YouTube channel for our watch-alongs.
Nope. None of this. None of this shit is in the fucking movie, all right? You just need to calm down.
What are you talking about? I had a big part in this. I was Jabba the Buff. Extreme worm body builder.
Fuck.
If you were tuning in for a serious podcast, fuck you.
Well, we were serious for like 20 minutes in there somewhere. We'll find it.
Oh, hell yeah, we were.
Shane, why is this episode only 23 minutes long? Because fuck you guys.
Because I fucking cut every goddamn thing else. So ratings.
Thought we already did that.
Nope.
Ranked.
We ranked. We're going to do ratings out of 10. Russell, you go ahead and go first on this one.
So I really like a lot about this movie. There's also, there's some choice things that I don't like, which I don't want to talk about because you're doing a good enough job shitting on it. So Shane, that was directed at Shane. But overall, as a movie, I'm going to give this movie an 8 out of 10.
That's all you got?
I was going to give it a 7.5, but luckily we had Samuel Jackson for at least 2 minutes.
Okay.
So that's going to add a 0.5.
All right.
Bump it up to an 8.5 or 8 out of 10.
I'm going to give this 5.75. Because I really don't like this fucking movie.
Still not as bad as The Incredible Hulk.
No, it's not. Because that movie is a dumpster fire. This one's just like a bag of garbage that's on fire. It's controllable. You if you have like one of the little fucking fire extinguishers, you can put it out. But This movie is a 5.75. Sorry if I jumped in your gimmick, but this is a 5.75 because it does not hold up. It is pandering to children. It is almost 80% for merchandising. The acting is bad. Like,
So it's a Marvel movie?
2 action scenes are okay. No, because like the acting in those movies are like light years beyond this, and most of the effects are better.
I get that because it was a distance joke.
Would
It's
you
just-
say it's 12 parsecs better?
No.
No.
Oh.
No, it's just bad. Like I don't. I mean, I've talked about it ad nauseum already. So
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
I've had to endure.
I fucking hate this movie.
Well, you're wrong.
All right, Doug. What are you giving it?
I want to give it a 7. It's not the greatest movie ever. I'm not trying to argue that. I'm just saying it's better than you're giving it credit for.
Hold on. As much as we argued about how this movie is, and we're only a point and a quarter apart.
Yeah, I'm a harsh judge.
God damn it. Son of a bitch.
I mean, it wasn't a bad movie. I still think it's self-contained. I think that you can watch it. It has a clear middle, beginning, and end. It's got its own story. Yeah, it's got the adventure continues at the end, but most stories have.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing going for the movie is that it is self-contained as far as like it's part of a series, but it is self-contained.
Yeah.
That's probably the best thing about it. So I don't have to watch it later because it cuts itself off.
I'm going to cut you off.
Nathan.
Man, I don't know how to rate this.
Give it 4 purple.
I'm gonna do 2 of this. 2 things here. Okay, so as far as all the Star Wars movies that I've seen, this one's dead fucking last. Now,
Wait,
Okay.
have you
Also-
seen Solo?
I really liked Solo.
He did. We watched it together. I was
All right,
like
I'll
the
see you on
entire
Solo.
time.
It'll just be me and you.
Oh, I'll trash that movie too.
I feel like this, giving it just a flat out rating, is what's Anakin's mom's name?
Shmi.
Shmi.
We don't know that till next episode. Suppose spoilers, I guess.
Yeah, nothing else we've said is spoilers.
The one future known as Shmi, Anakin's mom. This is the afterbirth when Anakin was born, in my opinion, and that's the rating I'm gonna give it.
You're gonna give it 1 placenta?
Yeah, but it's got midichlorians in it. So it's
One
fine.
bastard placenta.
Over 9,000.
Yeah, 20,000, over 20,000 actually.
Yeah, this one only had like 5. The placenta, because it all was in Anakin.
Just 5 midichlorians, not 5,000.
Yeah, he absorbed all of them.
Okay, that's what I was.
From
I was
the
making
placenta.
sure. Yeah. Okay.
Dude, it's biology. Pay attention.
No, I'm not
it's
criticizing
fine.
what you said. I'm
No,
just
I mean, it's
asking
fine that you didn't
clarification.
The CGI would have been amazing, though, if they had shown that.
Did you guys notice how Qui-Gon suggestively put his hand on Shmi?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Did you not hear me say, like, continue the dialogue and say, all right, now let me give him a little brother or sister?
Oh, I was probably too engrossed with this completely engaging movie.
Maybe that's
What were you
why
watching on your phone? Because it sure as shit wasn't this movie.
He was also watching The Phantom Menace
Yeah.
on his phone. I was sitting next to
But
him.
it was backwards, and then I
Yeah.
got to the point in the middle, and that's when I was like, oh, yeah!
I said that at
And
the
everything
end.
was sticky.
All right, listeners.
Yes. So that's why Qui-Gon doesn't want to join the council because he'd have to be celibate and he's too busy going back and fucking Anakin's mom.
No, all Jedi have to be celibate as soon as they join the Order.
Oh.
That's why he faked his death versus
Oh.
Darth Maul.
We don't know that yet. Spoilers.
Can I say that I'm sad, though, that we didn't get some Qui-Gon movie before this, though?
Maybe
Young
we'll get a
Qui-Gon.
Disney XD series or whatever that's
Yeah.
called.
Maybe Obi-Wan.
Qui-Gon taken.
Yeah, maybe Obi-Wan gets
I'd watch
kidnapped
that.
at a very young age.
No. Who would play a young Qui-Gon?
Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
Just de-age him.
Yeah,
They can do that now.
They did that in like Guardians 2 and the New Avengers and like
No, they
Ant-Man.
just use a different Liam. They use Liam Hemsworth.
He's like the worst Hemsworth.
Actually, I think Miles Teller would be a really good young Liam Neeson.
No, he's got a weird
Idris Elba.
chin.
Who plays him in the, or is it a different character in the Taken TV show?
I didn't know there was a Taken TV show.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's terrible, but
Probably Carl Urban.
that's what the
Hey,
fuck.
now.
Oh my God, Carl Urban plays a young Qui-Gon.
Carl Urban redeemed himself in my eyes with The Boys.
He's like, all right, you cunts, let's do this.
Mostly because of how often he says cunt.
I'd do that. I'd watch it. I'd pay $7.99 a month for that.
Gonna lightsaber you, you twat.
Clive Standen plays him in the Taken show, and it's actually his character.
I mean, that looks like a young Liam Neeson's.
Yeah.
Okay, I could deal with that.
All right, so we'll have Clive Barker do it. And
Clive Owen's gonna play him. I'm
Isn't
excited.
Clive Barker dead though?
I don't think so.
Too soon? Too soon.
spoilers.
I hope not. I'll be sad. I want more Hellraiser.
They're making a new Hellraiser.
But is it Clive Barker doing it?
I don't know. I think he's dead.
Too soon. Too soon.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm sorry I broke your guys' podcast.
No, it looks like he's still alive. 66.
Okay. I mean, I don't think he's in too good a health, but
Yeah, I don't think so either. All right, so we're gonna nominate the contestants for the Dick Queef champion of what 2020, or when are we gonna announce it?
no, it's just every
still,
30,
Yeah, still the same.
Every 40 episodes.
every 39th episode of everything.
Yeah, we're just going to show up on everybody's
Jesus.
podcast.
Yeah. So if we need to,
Catch
we're
me
gonna
on
go on the
Drafty
dames, and we're gonna talk about Dick Queefs
Oh my god!
and how they're plaguing our society.
So, well, we'll try to kind of follow the current champion. Since you are the champion, Shane, you get to know nominations, and Nathan will decide then out of your nominations who has and or retains, if you have the balls, the Dick
Or
Queef
the
championship title.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna nominate Meatball or whatever that fucking thing that's in the fridge.
Okay.
I mean, I'm
do what now? Come on.
I'm already in it, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm the champion. So
Yeah.
okay. Squirrely D
Oh, okay.
and Arnie.
You don't want to choose to retain?
Well, I'm
Oh, so
already in
him
it
plus
because
4.
Oh.
But
That makes sense.
Total of
So now
4,
we're gonna
right?
change it up. Just do whatever we want to do.
I thought it was a total of 4, including myself.
It's a fatal 4-way, Doug.
Yeah. Oh, am I voting?
No. Just
So
we gotta-
that's who I nominate.
We got to think of the tail of the tape here. So we got something that's very juicy. He's got tons of charisma though, so I'll give him that. But I don't feel like Meatwad
Moist
would.
for days.
I don't feel like he's queefy. Arnie.
How have
Arnie
you
is
ever
such a
like,
tight ass. Like I don't think air gets through him. Like I don't think he would
I
whistle.
don't think you understand. Like, have you ever like folded meat onto itself and then pushed it down?
No.
Okay. I feel like it would automatically win.
I
if you
don't.
had.
I don't loaf my meat.
All of that was fucking gross.
And
Especially if it's extra juicy, like you were saying he was.
yeah, he left a residue on the mics. And then Squirrely D. No, so it's still you, motherfucker. Ha ha.
I don't know what the fuck the point of this was. All right.
Like
fuck
Star
this.
Wars themes, or maybe Star
Right.
Trek.
I can't Dick Queef the Star Wars theme. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this episode of DQP Does. And remember, listeners, concentrate on the moment. Feel, Don't think and use your instincts.
And may the force be with you.
Rolling whenever.
Yeah, no, I saw it. I was waiting for you.
I'm good.
This has been a production of the Drafty Quarters Podcast Network.